Howdy, folks. Let's see if anybody shows up. Oh, there's a thumbs up. Somebody's on the way. What's up, Alman? Oh, I think that's who that said that was. Now they got my glasses. Yep. And you are the first. Well, boy, they're piling in right behind you. Bobby, Adam, howdy, howdy. Scott, what's up? Cliff, howdy. Big Bear. Another fun and exciting evening in trucking. I came in tonight, so I'd be here for in the morning. So here I is. Well, that's good, Cliff. I seen where you had to unload a load of milk today. You didn't seem too happy about it. That stuff can get to be very frustrating. Well, I came into my place and evidently I have come in the wrong driveway. A little two-lane road back there behind me that I'm not going back into unless I'm just forced to. So if nobody comes beating on my door to get these trailers around me, then I'll camp out here till in the morning. And I'll go in their exit gate. They can all laugh at me and make fun of me. It's trucking. This stuff happens once in a while. You're right, Big Bear. It always is. Well, I'm on down here in Houston waiting to kick one off, Scott. Oh. Yeah, I thought I was in the right driveway till I watched some four-wheelers go in over there. Then I noticed the trailer hid behind the trees, which made me start looking at these closer, and these are all pointed out. I think they're empties that they've dropped. And I'll be damned. I bet I was supposed to went in over yonder. But this little industrial road, I mean, these cars are just flying down it. And I don't think I want to back out into that. Deer Park. Mr. BBQ, what's up? Zach, long time no see. Keep waiting on you to come on down the road that 50 miles or so and see me. At one time you had my phone number. Ralph, howdy. Y'all catch this morning's message? Well, that ain't a big deal. And if the kids get on my nerve, I got a pond I can throw them in. That ain't a big deal. Little Joe and his kids are going, and wife, but they're going to be down here in a couple weeks. About 600 miles a day. I thought you was hauling logs, dude. What in the world you doing 600 miles hauling logs? Oh, yeah. Well, go back and watch all of it, dude. It's supposed to be ready tomorrow when I get back. You're hauling rock. Oh, dadgummit, what was his name? Dr. someone in Dr. Hook in the Medicine Show. He did a song about getting your rocks off. About 3 times a day. Well, then you're getting loaded pretty dadgum quick. Yeah, I used to haul hot rocks at one time. And we hauled a little bit of base whenever we didn't have any roads to do. If you're getting your empty weight loaded and loaded weight and out of there in 10 minutes, you're doing damn good. They must have one big loader. Cooked a little bit of fish today for dinner. Liam, what's up? Oh, I hear you, William. I don't know why the screen's black. It ain't on my end. Has everybody got a black screen, or is it just Zach? Is I coming through where you can see my pretty mug? Only got 3 thumbs up. That's probably the problem. 11 people and 3 thumbs up. Just Zach? But something with yours, Zach. See there, Mr. BBQ? You are one lucky individual. Yeah, you might have to go out and come back in. Evasive, what up? Oh, me, oh my. Yeah, I got here a little while ago, about an hour ago. Been talking to Grandma and Little Joe, and I decided what the heck, I'd go live for a little bit, see if anybody was up and out and about. Here in a short, I'm going to make me a sandwich and call it dinner. I was going to bring some fish out, and then I was like, well, hell, I'm in that loaner truck. It ain't got a microwave. I didn't want to eat cold fish and chips. So I left them for Grandma. Well, Mr. BBQ, when you gonna do some videos of barbecuing, smoking, whatever kind of cooking you do? I hear you, studying that pre-trip. Now I'll tell you something, Evasive, something that I found hard to believe. One of my other rookies on here that's gone through school, and it might have been Zach, I'm not sure. They said that they named too many things on the pre-trip. I didn't think there was any such thing as naming too many things. What up, new me? You're on vacation next week, I hear you. Well, hi, kids, and see, you're about to head to CDL school. Y'all been watching my videos and being up to date? You sure you know what you're getting into? It's a lifestyle out here, and I don't care if it's a local truck like Zach's doing, or if you're over the road or regional. It's all a lifestyle, and it's going to change your world as you know it. James Hensley died. I ain't sure who James Hensley is, but that ruined his day. That was you, Zach? Okay. Oh, I understand you. Some of them good meats get expensive, don't they? Well, now you've got your own channel, your own YouTube channel. You go doing them, you're going to have to put them on your channel. Then, with your permission, I'll rob them, and I might put them over on my channel. Well, that's all depends upon what state that you're in, on what you got to do to pass. I didn't see Jim Dunn come in. There he is. What's up, Jim Dunn? Well, that's for you to call, as if it's better than what you're doing now. Jim Dunn just came off a vacation. Time for him to go back to work. Get the sand out of his britches. How's that back doing, Jim Dunn? He zigged when he should have zagged. Yeah, you did. And she said, what the hell was that? Uh-huh. Might not have been the impression you wanted, huh? No, you didn't bounce too much. What up, Mr. 44? Don't recollect seeing you in here before. Welcome to the live stream. Alright, Zach, you be careful out there, man. Don't push it too hard. Glad you stopped in for a few. Yeah, Michael. They didn't catch you, did they? That's the game we used to play over there on if you should cut through today or not. When they had the Olympics over there, well, we cut through there a lot. But now they also had curfews on the trucks, and when we could come in and out of the city. Thank you, Zach. What scales did you roll by? There is a eastbound one there on I-20, the only one close to Atlanta. I used to live over there. The next east one is down there by Augusta. The one north of there is up by Ringgold. Then down there by south of Macon. Well, evidently you wasn't too heavy, or you'd been triggering their scales. Their motion scales. Oh, I'm down here in Houston. Mama ready to go back to work tomorrow? I know, that's a foolish question. I seen she was whining about having to go back home the other day. It's amazing how long that drive is to get to your vacation destination and how quick it goes by going back home. I need a few more of y'all to hit that thumbs up for me. You're not a fan of those tolls? What, down there in Florida? You're going all the way down. You can't miss them unless you run 027, I think it is. And boy, that thing's a nightmare anymore. It used to be a good road. You get on it, rock and roll, but anymore, it's so populated, it's ridiculous. And I used to deliver and pick up over at Haines City. Well, which turnpike? If you stayed on 75 and cut across the bottom, that's what we call Alligator Alley. Yeah, and I actually seen a live alligator swimming in Louisiana the other day. I've covered a lot of miles in Louisiana and ain't never seen a gator. Finally seen one the other day. All right, through Orlando. I hear you, Bobby. Be glad when I get back in my truck. I'm wanting to trim my fingernails, and I ain't got my clipper set in here. Yeah, I keep watching cars go in over there. I'm gonna have to go out this one or in this one in the morning. Like I told Grandma, if I wake up in the middle of the night, this road seems dead, I might back out and go in over there. But the way the traffic is now, I ain't backing out in that road. Ain't got no need to. I'm afraid somebody would come hot riding down through there while they're texting and run right into my trailer. Well, Tennessee will do that every once in a while. They used to have a couple places down there on Mount Eagle. Well, they had one there on Mount Eagle, and I ain't sure if they had one on Jellicoe or not. There's another one going in. It must be going in to fire up the plant or something tonight. But maybe it's just as well I ain't over there watching all that traffic. What's up, mate? How's it going in Australia? Been hot over here. Last couple of days ain't been quite so bad. I'm just chilling. Chilling like Dylan. So they got a bunch of day cabs in here, and I was afraid they was going to start coming out and wanting these trailers. See, what's up? Yes, I have, see. If they're parked illegally and got me blocked in, yeah, don't feel bad about it. But and I have woke them up where they're parked legally. I just couldn't get out. Those I didn't like having to wake up, but it's part of trucking. Well, Michael, sounds like you might have exceeded your drive hours a little bit. Now, I seen somebody the other night had posted a video where there was a bobtail parked in the truck parking. And he went up beating on their door and woke them up, asking them to move so he could have that parking spot, and they went off on him. And he thought they was an asshole. The rest of us thought he was. Damn. Gunfire. I didn't hear it here at my trailer. Didn't hear nobody scream. Now we'll see if we have sirens. What up, JJ? I don't know. It wasn't me this time. Nope, I'm in Houston. What boo-boo did you do now? I like how you say that, like I mess up a lot. Can y'all believe he's talking to me like that? I make so few of them that I own up to them when I do them. So there. I know they had some anti-gel fuel additive that they had thrown in this side box, and it rubbed a hole in it, and it started leaking back there, and I found it and got it out of there. But damn, it sure has stunk this truck up. Well, I hope I can sleep in here tonight and not wake up with a headache. Flower Mom, Flower Mound. Oh, I don't shoot at people. If I pull out a weapon, I guarantee you somebody just got hit. All right, that truck came out that side over there. So evidently that's an entrance and exit. I'm figuring probably for cars. And this one's got a box up here for me to talk through, or for people to communicate through. So maybe this is the end, and that's the car entrance. We'll see. And JJ, that's the boo-boo I may have made. I might have pulled into the wrong driveway for this business. I don't know. Yeah, e-logs ain't too bad once you start getting used to them. It's all a matter of your time management, man. Which is why I came in tonight. 'Cause I wanted to wake up here where I can creep around for now and not start my logs. Now, here in a few months, like December, my understanding is they're going to change that where you can't do that no more. What up, Art? Welcome to the channel and greetings from Texas, USA. In Bangkok, huh? Well, now y'all hit that thumbs up for me. 17 people and 11 thumbs up. Well, that depends on if I miss paper logs. Most of the time, no. Every once in a while, yeah. The last few years of paper logs, I kept swearing I wanted to slow down because I was running so hard. I just couldn't make myself do it. If I could get creative and have hours to run, I would. That's how we was trained back in the day. So it was very hard for some of us to actually run legal on paper logs. I know that sounds terrible. We didn't drive for the mega companies, okay? So yeah, this electronic log helps me to run legal, helps me to slow down. The 30-minute break thing, that's such a joke. They need to do away with that nonsense. And, you know, I could nitpick it, but hell, I could nitpick the paper logs too. Nobody likes to have restraints on them. I hear you, see. The most thing that people did, dude, is they'd redo their log for today, and you'll find out with all your little stops and stuff throughout the day, you can accumulate a couple more hours. You know, you might spend 2 hours or 4 hours in a receiver. All of a sudden that became a half hour. You know, you stopped to fuel and it took you a half hour to 45 minutes because of the fuel lines and stuff. All of a sudden that became 15 minutes. So you'd crunch all that stuff down where your 11 hours driving, or actually back then it was 10 for the most of the time. Now all of a sudden you can either go farther on your 11 because you might shift everything forward, or else you just gain 2 or 3 hours on your 10-hour break. Because we used to have to take an 8-hour break, and it was a bear to have to set for 10 hours. There was some of us, we just didn't do that well at all. So, see somebody getting ready to fire up one of their day cabs over there. If he goes to come out this way, I might talk to that feller. See if I screwed up or not. Do I have a couple of long hairs? No. Yep. It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna govern the trucks at 65. They've been talking nonsense like that for a long time. I don't see it happening. we got enough 65-mile-an-hour trucks out here that it's being a hazard and a rolling roadblock. Oh, one thing I can tell you I'm ready for, and that's just get out of these trucks altogether. I know there's some people that they swear they ain't gonna get out until they're 70 or they're forced out. I'm not one of them. Yeah, actually they do. It's more common that your fifth wheel will break. If you study how the fifth wheel actually works, you got a couple of heavy duty springs in there that hold that all together. And them springs have been known to break. They don't normally make you drop the trailer going down the highway. Normally they just don't stay latched, and you go to, if you do your tug test, then they don't hold your trailer. When I was hauling boats, I had a Kingpin that literally came out of that boat trailer. Let's see, who did I have on? Did I have a Malibu load, or I don't remember who I had on, but they had a steep driveway going up into the store I was delivering at, and them trailers are kind of like a lowboy, and it drug, and I was going to power on it, big old W9, and normally I could power on it, pull it over with just a little scrape. Nope, it pulled plumb out of there. Now the reason it pulled out is because the top of that trailer was open, and it had standing water in there over the course of years, and metal fatigue, it just gave way. That's very uncommon. $60 mph. Even in the, on the outback there, Warwick, that drives me crazy. If you're hearing Kingpin noises, like when you hit your brake or you accelerate and you hear it clicking, thunking against it, what that is a sloppy fifth wheel. The old fifth wheels, if you look at some of the old trucks you see, in the very front of that Kingpin, you have a bolt coming out with a nut on it. You could actually tighten that nut up and adjust that fifth wheel so it takes some of that slop out. What you're hearing is slop. The Kingpin, the fifth wheel is not latching onto the Kingpin and holding it tight. So you got just a little bit of room. You know, it might be a 1/4 inch. I've never had one come undone and all that, and I've had plenty of them with that slop in there. So that's what you hear a lot of times. Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of them. You think he's done already, JJ? Yep. He didn't watch my videos, did he? People don't understand it's a lifestyle. Trucker D, what's going on with you? Yeah, I snuck in tonight. Warwick, you never did answer me. Even your trucks running the outback, that long stretch across nothing, they're governed at 60. John, what's going on with you, brother? Well, I'm happy for him. If he's driving at 52, then At that age, he might have started at 18 with a chauffeur's license. Well, and that's what they should do out there. I mean, if you still got them long stretches of road like you sent me videos on them bull haulers, they ought to let them boys rock and roll. Drive as fast as your wallet can stand. You'd be 1 hour saying don't outrun your wallet. I hear you, see. Well, they're out there. Used to be you had to put in your time on the road before you could go local. Not so much these days. And yeah, I see that green flash keeps coming on more and more. Two more weeks. Well, it depends on where you're at if you could haul livestock local. There's not a lot of local livestock moving going on that I know of. If they're shuffling their livestock around locally, they usually got their own truck or their buddy, a friend that's got one. Most of the time that's buying feeders that they'll buy and move from the auction to their farm. Then they're full grown, they ship out on the big trucks to the slaughterhouse. Well, I thought that old boy was going to fire up that yellow Penske looking truck and come out, but he didn't do it. Well, that's cool, D. No, I'm still in the loaner truck. Wind Turbine Trucking. Never heard of it, John. Oh yeah, we've all seen those. I've seen some of the mega loads have got a whole bunch of those tiny tires. Yeah, it's all a matter of what the rubber is rated for. Know your equipment. Oh, you talking about them trucks that haul the turbine blades and stuff? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Never thought much about it. That's oversized stuff. Most of them I've seen, you got to have escorts and all that. So that tells me you're permitted, which means each state's going to route you. You tell them what route you want to take to get their approval. Then you got curfews going through certain areas. I hauled a couple oversized boats when I was hauling boats, and I didn't care for it. All right, BBQ. Have fun, man. glad you stopped in. And actually, truth be known, he probably wanting a Slurpee and using the baby for an excuse. Oh, what time is it getting to be? Almost 10 o'clock. "23 people and 13 thumbs up. What's up with that?" Well, it all depends upon where you're at. When I hauled those, I took them out to California, and I expected California to be the biggest pain in the butt on oversized loads. I was wrong. They was one of the slacker ones. They didn't put the curfews and all that on you. Well, that ain't good, Michael. What up, Chris? Nah, DOT ain't bothering me, man. Appreciate you stopping in for a minute, though. Hit the like button for me. Well, 22 people, that's quite a few for tonight. Appreciate y'all stopping in. 12:45 p.m. Well, he's going into his afternoon. It's just damn near beer 30 over there. I hear you, Chris. But see, if you hit a bunch of times, then you take one away, put one on, take one away, put one on. Oh, once is fine, man. I appreciate it. Are you a drinker or not much? No, I don't drink. I do good to have 2 or 3 drinks a year. Now, a little while back when Carlos was down, we had 2 or 3 shots of moonshine while he was here, just so he could try moonshine. He had never had any. Grandma had some she had doctored up. But we sat out there and had like 3 shots. Already on your second beer. I hear you, mate. What up, Plum? Ready for the next blitz. I hear you. No, it was not backwoods. It was Lego stuff bought over the counter. And I don't know, it was like 83 or 86, 80 something, I don't know. It wasn't too bad of stuff, especially after Grandma did it up. TJ, what up with you? That gum, man. Somebody went in the gate before him over there, and boy, he was gassing on it to catch that gate before it started closing. He's gonna do that one anytime that gate's gonna get him. You're rolling? What are you rolling? Oh, you mean down the highway? I got you. I didn't know if it was Prince Albert or what. Yeah, JJ, because that's not good practice for a big truck. If you maintain highway speed until your front tires hit that exit ramp, there's a lot of exit ramps you're going to wreck. You need to be slowing that sucker down before you get to that ramp, whether you four-wheelers like it or not.
You have one unread message.
Gates and painted poles, I hear you. Ah, you're heading home. Yeah, someone else told me James Hensley died today. I still don't know who they are. I might know them once I'm told who they are. I take it he must be some kind of rock star. Oh, goodness. Yeah, a lot of people starting to show up in here. Well, I hear you. See, you get a lot of that false stuff on people dying. There's some people done died a half dozen times. Somebody forgot to tell them, right? I've had my truck hit a couple of times. I wouldn't call it crashed into me. Usually those are backing accidents. Okay. I used to work for Pinky Nesbitt many a year ago. Watch and see if these are truck drivers over here coming in. Could be, you never know. They're parking by the bobtails. Keep saying if anybody's responding here. I see some on them out and walking about. Looks like they're all going into that building over there. Oh, okay. I pulled in the wrong driveway here, Warwick. I think. I'm not sure. I may have pulled in the exit driveway. There's still questions about that. But I'm starting to think that this is the truck entrance and that's the car entrance. But I see a trailer over there. That's why I was curious. I don't know, dude. Whatever it is, I'll deal with it in the morning. How long you been with them, see? Oh man, I used to buck hay back in the day when we all did it by hand. But good night, man. Glad you stopped in, Chris. Well, God bless. I hope he was right with the Lord. That's a young man's game, Chris. I can't do it no more. Well, 2 more weeks and you'll have 3 months. Why are you talking about quitting that OTR, that mega company? You still need to pay your dues. How long you got to drive with them before you pay off your training? Because that training will haunt you. Damn Omnitrack over here is cutting on and off all by itself. I don't know if it does that every Sunday night, updating or what. As long as it's working in the morning, I'm good. Oh, some of it's plumb ridiculous. I shared a article over on my Papa Joe Facebook where they're talking about wanting to allow trainers to give their students a CDL test. I'm like, really? You train them and then you're going to see if they passed? Really? I don't like that at all. For one thing, most of the trainers don't know how to drive to start with. Oh, goodness. Well, I hope I didn't mess up where I got them coming and beating on my door and stuff in the middle of the night.
You have one unread message.
Okay, what's your point? Evidently, I don't want to read it or I would have read it. I don't think it's that kind of a game, Michael. Okay. I knew I didn't want to read it. Come on. Or some of this nonsense they send just drives me crazy. Alright folks, it's going on an hour. I'm gonna get off here and have me a sandwich. 10 o'clock my time, more or less. So I'm gonna call it quits and go to bed. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you, so do I. Y'all have a good evening now. Thanks for stopping in. See you next time. Bye. Come on. Bad word, trying to drop it.